Good morning, Mark. Thank you. U.S. investigators have arrested at least 8 people in connection with Tuesday's terrorist attacks. 2 separate groups of suspects were detained yesterday at New York's Kennedy and LaGuardia airports. The arrests prompted authorities to shut all of New York's airports just hours after they had reopened. Police at Kennedy Airport arrested a man trying to get past security with a fake pilot's ID. At least 4 others were detained. There are reports they were carrying knives and false documents. Shocked passengers watched as police raided their plane.
A whole slew of about 20 policemen came on. Several in SWAT gear, others that were just, Port Authority police with pistols, all guns out and blaring, but not. And we all were told to put our heads down, and they meanwhile were wrestling this guy in the back, and they dragged him off, and there were a couple people sitting right in front of me. They also asked them to come off. They handcuffed them and took them with them.
Another 5 people were held for questioning at LaGuardia Airport. The FBI is expected to release the names of all of Tuesday's hijackers today. They've identified 18 people who were on board the 4 flights that crashed. When it comes to those arrests, there is a lot of speculation about what those men may have been up to. Henry Champ joins us live from Washington. And Henry, what are people there saying?
The authorities are telling the media here, and it's being widely reported, particularly by the Washington Post, that these 2 groups had in their possession flight training certificates from the same Florida school that provided those certificates and training to people who are now known to have been on the hijacked planes Tuesday. They say that many of the men were carrying those same kind of small knives that it is now known were used by the hijackers in the first plane. There are other connecting evidence that links both these groups, and authorities are saying that they believe these 2 groups were either bent on hijacking planes last evening and committing the same kind of destruction, or at the very least, Suhanna, they were fleeing the city, but they do believe they've caught people who are very much associated with Tuesday's events. Let's
go to the crash site at the Pentagon. Henry, hope has certainly faded of finding any survivors, but there has been a major breakthrough today at that site.
There's no question. They found both black boxes, the flight data recorder and the cockpit voice recorder. Those boxes now in the hands of authorities who will translate that information, coupled with the black box that was found earlier in the crash in Pennsylvania, the flight data recorder there. Authorities think they'll soon be able to piece just exactly what may have happened on all 4 planes, gaining evidence from those boxes. The other bit of news just released a few moments ago, Pentagon has asked President Bush to allow a call-up of reserves. It's believed that sometime today the president will announce that 1 million reserves will be available for call-up. The Pentagon will probably call up 30 to 50,000 in the first wave, those to be used for airport defense, that's military airport defense, and also fighter plane crews that will be needed for defense in the sky.
CBC's Henry Champ in Washington.